In conclusion, teeth are a privilege, as are kneecaps.
Take them while you can.
Collect them even.
Collect them all. Get more kneecaps.
You never know when you'll need more teeth to put in your mouth, so you have too many of them.
The more kneecaps you have, the more expensive they will become.
Exact. See, this is
Doesn't matter how
Mark.
many
This is real
kneecaps you
capitalist
have.
thinking. This is real capitalist thinking. Penny's trying to corner the market on kneecaps.
Knee capitalist. No cap.
Gonna kneecap
like...
the competition, eh?
Oh man, I like knee capitalist. Damn.
Right, we're done. We're not gonna top that. Like,
Yeah, it's just alright.
Yeah,
Good night.
This is the peak of the episode already. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome, everyone. Yeah, we
All
were
downhill from here.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Oh,
it's not getting better from here. Were we gone for 2 weeks, or we were gone for a while?
Yeah, 2 weeks at least, more than that actually. I think we took
I think
a
actually
week
been
before
3.
we were away because of absences, and then the week after that it was the Halloween game, which is I've got the footage now, and it's just funny. It's just finding a day to edit it.
My new video might be out on Halloween.
I don't think there's any
we'll
racial
see.
slurs in it, so I think we're in the clear.
Oh, great. I don't know if you
Better
can
than we
remember-
usually do.
in that Halloween special, I panically interrupted, thinking that I had missed the show or whatever.
You weren't even the only person to do that. I can't remember who else jumped in as well.
No. Well, the first time was I was sick, and that's why I think you said it recorded that week. Anyway, so we've been away for a little bit, but we are back with more hijinks and things that are looking a little spooky right now. To be fair, and then, hey, 'tis the season.
Oh, I should probably open Roll20. That'd be a good idea.
Oh my god.
Somewhere out there is someone
Mark,
who
I
put money
forget to-
down that Mark will never update his actual attack macros, and I think that person's got a safe fucking bet.
Uh-huh.
Let me just bring up
Get-
the shit out so I can watch everyone's meanderings and rantings.
Man.
How is
We all,
everyone today?
Yeah. I'm good. As I was saying beforehand, I have given myself just a really repulsive amount of like little tiny Halloween themed dishes I want to make because I saw them on Pinterest and I wanted to create them for myself. And I sent, well, earlier Penny asked me for the list, and I think you guys all thought I gave you a list of ingredients, not a list of dishes.
If you don't send me any pictures, I will be upset.
Oh, I'm taking so many pictures.
Good.
Yes.
Let's go in there and
It's half
eat
the
all of it.
fun. It's like,
Even the stuff that's raw.
So how's keto going?
Oh, there's none of that's
I'm
happening.
not allowed. I'm just straight up being like full bore cock blocked from getting
Bill,
to
you're
fucking
not
keto.
allowed.
Like, ketones are banned from this fucking house till New Year's apparently. God
Look,
help me.
I have a lot of mac and cheese to serve to you, and potatoes and other
Goodbye,
things.
everyone. Bill's not making it to New Year's.
Look, not everything has carbs in it.
Okay, name one thing that doesn't.
The
Grapes.
eyeball meatballs. No, they
Grapes have got sugar on them. Also,
and they're
grapes
co-
are
and
all
they're covered in
sugar.
and they're covered in sugar.
Grapes are literally the most carbohydrate-rich fruit.
Yeah, they're
you could
covered in
possibly
more
chosen.
sugar.
They literally use it to make fucking wine.
No,
I have zero idea about all this, okay?
the skull with the brain with the shrimps on it. That's like
Shrimp.
that's all keto.
You put balsamic glaze on the walnuts.
Then
No, with the
rinse
actual
it
shrimps.
off.
Oh, the shrimp. Oh yeah. Yeah, that wasn't clear.
You can eat that. You can eat all that shrimp.
Well, like cold seafood.
I made crackers from scratch for this guy. I'm being a little extra.
Well, the first batch were hardtack.
Yeah, so I
because
threw
the
those
recipe, which I still say you should have kept those bananas, but
They were nice for birds.
I really enjoyed the first like week to 2 weeks of doing keto because it like satisfied my needs as a hunter-gatherer. You know, because I didn't know like what I was allowed. So, you know, in the supermarket, I'd pick up everything, like, and turn it over and examine it and be like, oh, is this edible? No,
it's like
that's
trying to figure
poison.
out, do I whip this brick at this buffalo at full speed or not? Or do I hold
does
out
have
for
that
the smaller
effect.
one?
It does have that effect though, Mark. I remember the first time I did keto, I was just like, ooh, oh no, this one's got carbs in it. No.
It makes you actually use your brain when
You're
you
in
shop, which
the
is nice.
savannah.
We have gone down a
Hunting.
strange conversation.
sorry.
Oh, this is meant to be a fucking Pathfinder show. Jesus.
Well, Bill, because we've run down the same strange rabbit hole, and it's been 3 weeks, someone should probably tell us what happened, and you're probably the one who remembers the best, but if anyone else wants to have a go at it...
Is there anyone with a high level of sobriety than me?
Well, it's not going to be me. My brain is literally cooked.
Room full of alcoholics and druggies will go.
No, it's because I've been spending all day. I've been slaving all day over an open stove. Okay.
First of all, we have induction stoves. Second of all, you know we're far too poor to afford nice stoves.
So what happened?
Things have been escalating steadily. The entire area is a horrible morass of abyssal water.
Steady decline.
Yeah, steady decline. Haitian John Arbuckle has shown up.
Oh, right.
The less dwelt upon there, the better, I suppose. But you essentially got a... in the interest of avoiding, shall we say, racial animosity, I'm just going to say that the creature is straight up, like, almost like xenomorph black. It's like this this glossy forest fiend of some kind just rocked out the fucking woods. Like, cat, like, some kind of bobcat still twixt his teeth. And just this glossy, like, chitin skin abomination that's lurched out at the woods. As for the rest of stuff, one of the forest fiends is now tussling with a orc whose intestines have become almost like snakes. All sorts going on. Dotrak is unable to walk now. We've got people like down and out all over the place. The druid has been time shifted for 7 rounds.
Oh yeah,
a massive pain in the ass.
And Baz was doing a stabilization ritual, which he's about to finish up.
And we've got a blood mage running around, like, turning people to dust. Also, the embodiment of aberrant mathematics is now here. And so now everyone's going to have to roll for everyone else. It's going to be a whole to do.
Hey.
On the plus side, most of everything else, like all the little stuff, has been picked off by the various fiends manifesting at the soil. That apparently mainly manifest as small, grasping, childlike, porcelain-esque hands. But a lot of them, like they are one moving mass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, almost like
porcine
ciliate.
hands? Like trotters?
They are kind of somewhat porcine in nature. They're more like a porcelain. Kind
Mark,
of a very white, clammy...
detect bourgeoisie.
It's that level of it's not really something you'd probably run into in day-to-day life, but the stage of mortification where it's just gone completely pale and you don't know whether it's rotting or if it's just made of stone. Mm-hmm. It's like completely like alabaster white, grasping hands. You notice that most of them don't even have fingernails. But not as if they've been ripped out, but as if they never had them.
Ew.
Grasping, clammy, cold
also,
white hands.
Mechanicus mentioned that I think I summoned John because it's the personification of doom and depression. Was one of the summoning things I think I did.
Oh no, that one. Fuck. Yeah, that is one of your summons. And that's the reason why it's gone weird, is because you didn't gain control of it.
Yep.
Let me try and dig out my copy of Lamentations of the Flame Princess.
No.
For those at home, those of you who are following my homebrew content, or I say homebrew, my self-published content, look forward to when the summoner class gets its archetype that just gets straight up access to summoning spells from different games. Ooh, who did Adobe's having time? Adobe is just straight up not wanting to work today. Give you 1 second, folks. I need to dig up my copy of Lamentations.
Maybe try opening it in your web browser.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying
That's
to track down.
far more reliable than Adobe.
Oh yeah. Do I know it? Such is life. I mean, I'll burn that bridge when I come to it. Okay. So, with the embodiment of oh yeah, it was the was it the universal need to? No, it was the one of the depression ones. We'll get that on its turn. In other news, we are at the top of the initiative, I believe. So Chance's turn. Chance, unfortunately, has lost a hand, so his trademark ambidexterity is going to have to wait, I'm afraid. Though he's managed to kind of crudely bolt on a Lockerbarax blade onto the stump. He's going to try and take cover. He's going to run across to here and climb on top of one of the... You see him climb on top of a pile of lumber that's rapidly sinking. But he's pouring a storm there. And you see him like hurriedly just like knife into a pouch of what looks like poultice, just troweling it onto the wound, hoping to try and stem the bleeding, because he is... Wherever he goes, he's leaving a trail of red. He's not in a good way. That'll be the whole of his turn. Eris, field is yours.
I'd like to do a general perception check.
Okie dokie.
See if there's anything in particular that stands out before I decide to summon another time. Hold on.
Why contain it? It's cool. Let's. What could go worse?
Yeah, what could go worse, actually? Oh my god. Sorry. Mythweeders is having a moment.
It's okay, it's been really shaky lately.
Let's see. Da-da-da. Perception. Where am I hearing noise from?
We're getting bleeds through from Yuhan, I think.
No, sir.
7. Oh, 20 perception.
You notice a pattern. It's not the up front, in your face kind of problem, like everything around you. That's pretty bad. What concerns you is that the places where the soil is really subsiding the worst and where the trees are falling down, it's like a perfect circle just before the horizon.
So
There are
something's
trees.
making
There are
a circle.
there are trees between you and that line, but all the trees in that line have been dragged horizontal. You can see strange kind of pattern, bit like subsidence and shifts in the tree line here and there.
I shall ask Mr. Chubb's assessment.
Hold here. He will grab his hat by the brim and lift upwards.
Oh.
Whilst you would as he lifts up his hat, there is a second smaller frog.
He has a
He pats
child?
He pats
He has a
it twice.
frog for his frog?
The other frog
Penny has a
will
frog for her frog.
scream a blood-curdling shriek that
Massive
pierces
joke.
the air and makes the clouds themselves flinch. At which point, the little frog will put out two little wings,
Huh.
as if they were that they don't look real. They look like as if they were drawn by a child, not as if they're like crudely formed, but as if it was literally drawn into place. At which point, the little frog will, clasping its claws into Chubb's head, float upwards with Chubbs in tow.
What? Is he going back to his home planet?
No, though you can feel free at home to put on like the moon theme from the DuckTales game. Do 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 do.
No, what's happening?
Chubbs is getting a bird's eye view.
Ah. Frog's eye view.
A frog's eye view is from underwater.
Mm-hmm.
What is a bird?
Bird.
Reversing the roles.
It might
Frog
be a
is in the
frog,
air.
but it's not. It's a bird's eye he's using.
If the frog is in the air, then is the bird. Then bird should be sea.
Okay,
Oh,
a bird in the
everything-
hand is worth
everything should
2
be
in the
balanced.
bush. Then how many
It should be.
frogs is that worth?
Huh. I didn't ask me to come on here and do calculus.
You're doing fucking Steiner math.
I mean, you know, we could do log linear regression. That's different. It does rely on
Frog linear
calculus.
regression.
Frog linear regression.
This is just going to be the evening. It's going to be crap puns.
Excellent.
Congratulations.
Okay,
Now-
now that I've lowered the tone substantially. Yeah, I need to find. I've actually got this thing working now, so I should be able to tell you what that was.
A frog's
Okay,
eye
you,
view.
you summoned an imaginary
Yeah.
equation incorrect yet true, and I believe the other one you brought in was. Let's see, was it the collective unconscious desire for unaliving, or was it?
Yeah, I think the collective conscious. Or?
Yeah. Or was the other one the fear of the blackened planet?
I think it was some weird specific thing where everyone like started to know on how they're there, like how the world is gonna be doomed. Apocalyptic doom.
I think it's fear of a blackened planet. Which is not the worst one out there, because there's always lament of a mother for a dead child, which is the that's the bad one. That and the space between the clock ticks the clock. But yeah, fear of the blackened planet. Make saving throw versus paralyzation or fall into catatonia. Yeah, that's one where you just give up on life. Someone at home will remind us of which one it even fucking is. God,
Very cool.
it's-
Mechanicus is saying blackened planet.
it is blackened planet. Okay,
Mm.
that is one of the bad ones, to be fair. Yeah, that is like making a saving for each round, or just fall into catatonia and not defend yourself.
Yeah.
And those who pass will, rather than becoming apathetic, will just go on a fucking murderous rampage and just steal everything they can. Basically, everyone gets promoted to murder hobo whilst this effect is in place. You sense an emotional response from Chubbs.
Mhm.
It's a twinge of fear, and more importantly, a dawning realization that things are about to get a lot worse.
Okay, I'm just gonna ready myself to dodge any incoming attacks, as well as catch Mr. Chubbs in case he stops his bird's eye view thing and falls from the sky.
He floats back down to perch himself upon your head once more. His little frog friend has inflated himself like a balloon, like a hot air balloon, and is gently like squeaking as he exhales, acting as ballast. But with a single touch of his little grippy hand, he shows you what he saw. And what he saw was a vast network. Well, firstly, an enormous circle around the area, and within that circle, a vast network of lines and scraping through the soil.
So someone's making a huge summoning circle.
No, I think those are the magical ley lines.
A circle with runes?
Oh, fair. I didn't hear that
If
part.
people wish to roll without any kind of knowledge skills with that information, I'm passing on to the rest, all the party. Everyone will know about it.
Religion.
I will use Arcana. Wild. Go to nat 20.
We.
Aiden, the roll.
Sorry, reason. I should be punished. I'm sorry. Dude. Geography.
Okay. With the various information you have about the geometric web here, about the tear storm above, the area here has the soil, much like the ley lines, has become so malleable and soft here that it can be shifted around. Whatever is doing this, first and foremost, is deep underground, very deep underground, and secondly, more importantly, the flow of magic throughout the area is no longer restricted to the ley lines. Someone is scraping tributaries off from the ley lines to allow the flow of magic into this massive sigil. But it's forming naturally from where the ley line's been ruptured. So the amount of power that was driven into the ley line by the tear storm thing, it caused an enormous buildup of pressure. Something has used that pressure to cut a little snip here and there into the ley lines, like cutting through a blood vessel. And it's just naturally pooling into the sigil. Whatever it is, it's enormous. A summoning sickle of this scale could summon nearly anything. The limit is how many sacrifices you can get.
Huh.
You can tell it's going to be... You suspect it's something to try and draw out whatever fiend is residing in these woods.
Hmm.
It may, the hands you're seeing in the soil may already be his manifestations.
Oh. Did that nat 20 on the religion check give me any insight into the fiend?
It is a higher order fiend, which means it runs on... It's not as simple as an element, or an act, or an emotion even. Higher order fiends are specific. You've seen the little grasping hands, almost like cilia in like the esophagus. Little trachea. It is if you are seeing a part of some larger creature that's trying to manifest like in portions. It's trying to jigsaw itself back together. Furthermore, it does appear to be. It's not something like where the druids worship. It's not as primal as that. It's formed from something. It's formed from a concept. You just need to find out what and how. But it could be as early as animal. It could be as late as human. But it would have been quite early in the formation of humanity as we know it. If it is human based. Higher order fiends are very rarely something that applies just to people. They're usually far older than them. Once in a blue moon, a greater fiend will devour enough of its underlings that they'll gain that. But it's usually not the formative element of their being.
So it's a more primordial form of fiend, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
There have only been a few examples of greater fiends manifesting, and it usually does things similar to the eidolons that Ares is summoning, but on like a far greater scale.
Hmm.
These are kind of intermediary fiends that she summoned.
Hmm. Alright. And I know I've been told that in order to, like, defeat it, we need to, well, probably capture it into something and gain a piece of it.
Yes, if you force it into an object or some kind of trap, you can then manifest it piecemeal and attack, and you can fight those ones. That is a big assumption. This could manifest as time. This could manifest as a noise. It could manifest as anything.
Mm.
How are you going to
No.
fight something that only exists at like precisely 1 minute past midnight? Like, that could be something that specific.
Yeah.
Like the concept of midnight has a fiend, and it's very, very strong because of how it's related to witches.
Hmm.
That's just an example. That one, I believe, is currently on ice somewhere in Geb.
So, could the Waystone serve as a... No, then again, I feel like the Waystone might not be the best option, because that's something that's constantly located in the middle of the ley lines.
The Herdstone is a natural formation. It's like an earthquake shoving a mountain range upwards. This is the ley lines crashing against each other and forcing chunks of stone out the way.
Right.
And it happens to be associated with, the beast folk, who are themselves related to the gods of defilement and corruption and plague.
Right.
Same thing the Chaos gods. It could work, but you would have to get it in there, bolt it shut, and then put every single ward you can lay your hands on upon it, and then it might hold long enough to bring in like a mage's guild or church's guild response team.
Yeah, because like I remember speaking to the jailer creature, and I know it would be capable of holding it, but we'd have to bring it there somehow, basically. It's a challenge.
You'd have to bring the jailer here, or this stone to the jailer.
I remember the jailer being more of a statue-esque type thing.
It's damn near a piece of the scenery.
Yeah.
It's a controversial plan, but what if we bravely run away?
You know, at this point, things are looking a little bit scuffed.
There's enough horrible different factions here that might actually be a feasible plan, and you can tell that just by a glance, because you have the people, you have a blood mage, you have undead, you have fiends, you have beast folk. Everything is converging on this shithole of a fucking logging camp that doesn't even have any logging left to do.
I mean, are they oppositional to each other, though, or
Wait.
are they just coming after us?
So
What you just made it say is that, like, from what you just said, it made it sound like...
They are, a good chunk of them are your enemy, but they're not necessarily friends.
So Bill.
Oh,
this is
guys, I
an-
know what we need to do. Go ahead, sorry.
It's an extremely powerful summoning ritual for a creature, but could it be shifted to summon something else?
With enough munitions, you could essentially break up the ley lines enough that you could do just that. Now, I will state, this is less a summoning, this is more of a manifestation ritual. This would allow it to actually like conjure in free. But with a bit of fuckery, you could quite happily change the nature of the ritual. But you'd need to have things like, you didn't have to know the sigil.
Here's... Where am I?
Which would be, if you've got 2 fiends to hand, one of which is literal.
Yeah.
Oh, am I knocked out?
I don't think you're knocked out.
You're
I don't know what
in a changed form. I
Yeah,
think.
your other form has the icon. That's just for initiative.
Okay, just making sure.
I don't know where the other you is actually.
Yeah, I don't know where your icon went. Is it
Yeah.
underneath something,
Is
maybe?
it here?
Oh, there.
Oh, there it is. It blended in with
Yes.
the rock.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh.
Rock
Okay.
person
Typical.
blends in with rock. What else is new?
Many such cases. I think I've got an idea.
Okay,
But
this is gonna be a long shot, but it's what what Baz would want.
it's what my character would do.
Yes.
The
Oh no,
clarion
he said
call
he
of
said the line.
So-
thing.
Yes. Is there any way I could try and like manifest whatever remnants there are of I hiss in what little form remains?
You will have to wait for your turn, I'm afraid. It's still errors in a
Okay.
minute.
Okay.
But, I should stress that. Oh wait, Ahis's body is on in Asmodeus' realm, so it's in hell.
Yeah,
so it can be
it's
summoned.
and it's in part of his spear, I believe, as well.
Yeah, his spear is made from the divine spark. But
Yeah.
you could definitely summon a vestige.
Yeah.
Yeah, the baddie that is being summoned in or whatever. Are we aware of who or what it is?
Not specifically, no. You know that it's a powerful fiend and it's one local to the area. You've heard that they were worshipping things over by the lakes.
My theory, I was thinking if we can figure out who or what it is, and we can also summon the same thing in a different location, and the two things cancel each other out because it can't appear in both places at the same time.
You're essentially
Wouldn't it just-
you're basically describing counterspelling
Mm-hmm.
on summoning. That could work. But the ritual would
Well,
take a lot of power.
I had a similar idea, and I wanted to walk over and actually talk to Mark, but just a little bit metagaming and stuff. If these groups aren't all aligned, why don't we these creatures? Why don't we start some shit? Get them to fuck with each other. You know what I mean? Start a 12-year-old tier middle school fight. It's like, ha ha ha! I heard that this person said that about you, kind of thing.
Usually,
We'll do our own
basically, our
revolution.
plan is to shout bitch and then just cold
Yes.
cock someone.
Yeah. I think then we'll basically get, a Godzilla fight either way, of a bunch of giant monsters punching each other. I think that it'd be funnier if we get them to get them involved in a schoolyard-esque punch out, but that's just me. And Comrade would probably be the best one to go for that. Do a epic performance do an epic performance to convince them.
Do a whole theater
just a
performance,
suggestion.
convince someone.
Interpretive dance.
Yeah. Just a suggestion. But either way, I think if we can get them, to mess with each other, that way we don't have to do it.
Well, you got enough kaiju to do the job.
Exactly.
There is a not insubstantial number of we're a couple people short of Godzilla Final Wars, but at least a destroy monsters melee.
I'm trying to think if there's anything I could do to assist on. Oh, I know. I'll use the rage aura. Oh, I could totally get the I mean, would that actually? I'm saying applying the rules loosely.
Fuck up the cast
Bill.
pretty badly.
No, go out near the two monsters that are out there.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Right, but it's an AOE.
Yeah, they'll both of them. They'll both kick the shit out of each other.
That would be yes.
That's what the aura does. It makes everyone angry.
Okay, I'm double checking that it's
Yeah.
not just the effect, that it actually just make them angry and irrational.
It makes them angry, irrational, and bordering on psychotic. Harder they
Sounds-
fail, the more effective it is.
Sounds like a. I mean, I guess we'll do this on. I'll do this on my turn, I guess. But just metagaming again. If you, Mark, if you want to try and get them to punch each other,
I'm just gonna roll that.
But if otherwise, I don't want to make them rage because that makes them potentially stronger.
Better they be stronger to fight each other than weaker
Right.
but fighting you. But
Yeah.
if anyone wishes to communicate, they can communicate at the speed of thought. Chubbs' pet frog
Oh.
has a psychic network.
Okay, we okay. Cool. All right then. Yeah. Well, comrade, do you want me to
Those of you who are joined will feel as a tiny spectral frog manifests inside your ear. It just sits there and tells you the things that everybody else thinks.
Make sure that I can.
Yeah, so I am on board with that plan. It shouldn't be an issue as long as we've got someone who. There's a train going past. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, I just need to pick the right person to provoke.
I think I could probably come over here, stand on the parapet, and get both of them. Yeah, it's within 30 feet with my rage.
So I think that is, though, it probably for my turn. I will
Yeah, sorry.
quickly
Sorry,
BRB.
Penny.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, you go ahead. I just have to BRB
Time
in case
for-
I'm gone.
Time for the potato man. Most of whom are dying. Horribly. Okay. This one's going to try and fight the lesser fiend and fail and hit. God, there's so many of these idiots. Because there were. Okay, this one's trying to try first aid and fails. First, this one's all no. Would it be one of our episodes without this?
Hey, it's part of the charm.
Sure is. Target teleports to the exact place where they ate the last full meal.
Hmm?
So everyone just hears this one potato man just go, oh!
Whoop.
Like fucking port out of existence.
Huh.
Because the last Spudkin are photosynthetic. Last time he ate a full meal, he was underground.
Hmm.
So that poor son of a bitch just got teleported into the fucking demon go.
Whoop.
Ooh.
Woo.
Lucky.
Farewell. Yeah, I know. Don't we all? Wish we could be so lucky.
Well, now's your opportunity. The
All right,
field
I'm
is
gonna
yours.
run up here. Can I do that? Run. Yeah, I think I can. Yeah,
You've
yeah.
got enough speed that you can get there, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. Up here. Right here. And I'm gonna use my. What's the right one? Yeah, it's fine. Do my rage. So, or the what is it? The aura of calm, but the swift. Do they still have to take a? I guess they do have to take the DC 10 plus half the Guru's level plus wisdom modifier, which will be so it's a 17.
Okay. The equation passes. The other two creatures don't. This weird chitinous armored creature.
Which is this one's the equation, yeah?
You would think so.
Okay.
Your hand thrums slightly.
Hmm.
You fucking reprobate. That's not the fucking summon. That's something else.
Who said that?
Me, you fucking cretin. Your hand looks up at you.
Oh,
You forgot about the hand.
I did forget about the hand. You've been quiet for a while.
Yeah, it's the fucking gloves. Can't talk through the cunt.
Okay, so what happened then? What is this thing? If you know
Your
something about it.
your little buddy summoned something in she couldn't control. It got snapped up by something bigger.
Okay.
That's a sun gazer. There's some creature from the deep. My folk run into them every once in a while. Big, hulking things. Something sent up from the depths. Sent up to bind creatures and drag them back down.
Hmm.
And your little buddy's his mathematics experiment is trapped in its eye.
Oh.
It will sweep its vision across the area and it's like the fucking, it's like the Eye of Sauron. It's like
Sauron,
where
yeah.
it looks like foliage withers, stone melts, like wood rots to pulp with a glance.
Right.
And what's left behind is like this steaming, like hot, like chunks of just rotten matter. It's as if the sun itself were scraping its vision across the soil.
Excellent.
But
Niram.
the two creatures are enraged.
Okay.
The equation isn't, because the equation's an equation. It's just a aberrant mathematical form.
Okay, but
But the Sun Gazer is enraged, as is the
whatever.
what would you even call it? Like the
John
Armageddon elemental.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's call him John, I guess.
Yeah, John Arbunklegeddon. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, so they're both angry, and then I'll just duck down, and with that, actually, perfect timing. I'll hand it over to Comrade to. They're both angry. What if you want to help direct their anger at each other? I don't know what else to do. It's my best guess.
Basically, the plan. Just need to pick the right sort of trigger, don't we? So I'm gonna say to the John guy, I can't believe that you've agreed that when this is all over to be subjugated by this one-eye supremacist. And then I'll say to the other geezer, I can't believe you're working with all these two-eyed people. Like, you know that they're all calling you Mr. Cyclops behind your back. Not cool.
Yeah, invoke racial animus.
I'm with you. I love my one-eyed. Some of my best friends have got one eye. But these guys, you should have heard them all laughing before you come. They said, we're gonna bring out old one-eyed. We're gonna bring out Mr. Jap's eye. That's what they were calling you behind your back.
We try to figure out if the substratal creature will actually know what that means.
I'm trying to figure out if the Americans watching know what that means.
It is a medical term. It is the actual official medical term for that part of the body. I'm sure you can all imagine. But okay, could you roll me a bluff or diplomacy, whichever's higher?
Let's have a little look, shall we? Oh, fuck me.
Respectable. And they're already riled up from the failed saves. Watch this space, because we're getting up to them soon. I think they can run on the Burlwood's old initiative. So it's going to get really fucking wild in here, I think.
Right,
You can see both of them, like, turn to each other. You can see them bristling. Like, you can hear the clanking of the interlocking chitinous plates of the Sun Gazer and the long, like, sinewy, almost rubbery movements of the Eidolon.
Okay, so as a final action or whatever, I'd like to get off this platform. And I'll grab Aiden as well on the way. We'll show down the stairs if I have to, if that's
Hey, thank you. I think things might, get kind of crazy here in a minute.
I know, we're not going to be far enough away.
We do want to have, front row seats to it. Yeah, the Kaiju's fight. Then again, that could be very bad.
Well, I'll carry you over my shoulder, but so your head's facing back so you can still watch.
Hell yeah. Fill you in all the details.
I just love the idea of like, oh look, two forgotten beasts are fighting. We should at least try and watch it as they like spew horrible fucking poisons at each other that might hit us with collateral damage.
Yeah, I couldn't move anymore, so I knew I would have to.
Yeah, he can drag you to however far his movement allows. I think he's got like a. I think he can drop down to the next platform down. That's about it.
Yeah, that's what I did. That seemed fair.
Okay, it's a 15-foot drop, so you roll me acrobatics just to, or dance in your case, to stick the landing and not injure yourself. Yeah, you're fine.
Hey.
I actually threw Aiden in the air and she done like a somersault before I caught her. Like...
Spin, yeah.
It's a 17, mate. Go, you're into
Yeah, if it was a nat 20, then we could probably.
Not
do
20, you
something
can do what the fuck
fancier.
you like. But a 17 is like, that's like a, you didn't snap both your ankles on the way down, and you landed on something reasonably solid as opposed to just straight into the fucking quicksand.
When you said you got a 17, I thought you meant like you know at the Olympics when they hold up the scores or whatever.
Rate that a 17.
You survive the drop. You don't do yourself a mischief.
We don't do any backflips or.
Nah, no fancy shit. Okay, with that amount of movement and that talking, that's your turn. Okay, anything on the Feral Knight? Initiative. Okay. Victoros, I think, is knocked down. Darktrack is injured. The chimp is on the ground. Those of you who are in the north, which I don't think anyone is, sadly, would get to be. I think Baz can see from his vantage point. Darktrack crawl over to where the ape-like beastman is.
Oh no!
And he just grabs the said chimp-looking guy by the head, and you don't see it because the dwarf is in the way. But there's a horrible crunching noise.
No.
And you see him as he turns around. You see him wiping his thumbs.
Oof.
Bruh.
It looks to everyone. I'll put it this way: when he grabbed hold of the ape beastman, he put enough force in that he put his head through the floor into the soil, which you suspect probably snapped his neck to begin with.
I see.
But that's the creatures, the denizens of the soil, are currently trying to drag the carcass in. That's Dotrack's turn. And this is while his friends are still doing triage on him, trying to like pump him full of healing potions so maybe he gets the use of his legs back.
I see.
Okay, it's another beast folk. All like two of them survived. So from here we'll try and get away, and we'll face plant down here. That's unfortunate.
Wasn't that? Then again, I imagine the gas might have dissipated already.
You'd think that, but yeah, there's a reason why I picked that. Yeah, he just plummets down. There's a noise like someone peeling a goat. This is precisely what has occurred.
Ooh.
Imagine the noise it makes when you throw a goat into a full-grown goat into, say, battery acid. It sounds like what it is. Okie dokie. Time for our portly gentleman here, our portly puppet, who is going to rush over here as best he can, more amble through here, wading like thigh deep through the mud, and on an ogre that's quite hard. And he will grab the exterior of the house and just attempt to push it over onto Chancer. He's just not managed it yet, but you can see like he's just shaking the house like backwards and then forwards, trying to build up momentum to just tip the building onto him.
Mm.
Okay, time for our Blood Mage. She walks out on top of It's a mist of red. And she readies an action. Okay, that one's dead. Victorious is injured enough that he's currently disabled. Okay. Baz, the field is yours.
Alright, I feel like I remember this being the last round on the stabilizing ritual.
I believe so.
Yeah, to restore the ley lines. So I shall roll. There we go. 21.
Okay. You can, as you're all performing the ritual still,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately the stone beneath you is not steady anymore.
Mm.
Your footing shifts, your stance shifts. You can feel it burning away at your remaining hands' fingertips. And you can feel the metal in your armor. The heat is being dispersed through it, but it's hardly keeping up. You can feel places where the rivets are beginning to just braze onto the metal and lock up joints.
Mm.
You suspect the only thing maintaining your survival is the network. You can see it now. What you thought was simple filigree on the armor is deeply embossed into the actual steel, and it's all this very intricately inlaid giltwork, and it's glowing.
Mm.
It's corroding slowly, but it's glowing. It's holding up,
I see.
but it's uncomfortable. It's starting to really fucking hurt. And that's considering that you're still in shock from the complete disassembling of your left arm.
Yeah.
The smell it emits it's sweet, but it's not flesh sweet. It is like it bloomed. It smells like pears, like cheap sweets from a confectioner's.
Through gritted teeth, I'm just gonna mutter a prayer. Now, as I'm doing this, do I notice anything shift in the ritual, or like?
No, for the simple fact your armor corrects your posture.
Mm.
You can feel it's pressing, where a rivet was usually sitting flush. You can feel the sharp rim of the rivet pressing into you, pushing your arm back up into position.
I see. What do I have to roll to figure out if I can shift the nature of the ritual?
You need Arcana or Religion.
Alright, I will go with
Usually
religion.
it's one or the other.
Follow religion. Love me religion.
Based.
This
Very fast build. Sorry.
the lens, you can point it anywhere.
Mm.
As long as the lightning strike is hitting it, you can then redirect it as you see fit. This is essentially God's spray paint. You can use it to... If you drag across the scenery, you can carve deep, rents in the earth. But it's knowing a sigil at work.
Right.
Give it the wrong thing, bad things could happen. With that roll, I could tell you, whatever you summon with this is going to be strong.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't before, it will be when it gets summoned with this. This is a massive sigil. It's enough for a greater fiend to manifest physically.
Could I roll to see if I recall a sigil of Isis?
There's not one that's known. Isis' name is rare enough. And to find, you'd need all the bound fiends are bound because their true name is known. And
Yeah.
it's emblazoned for all to see, and thus all have power over them. That's what a sigil is. It's a physical representation of that name and the circuit by which they're formed. You would need to you could combine it with prayer and see if in essence, if the gods turn your hand in just the right way. It does happen from time to time, but it's going to be very difficult. And you can expect it to cost you.
Whatever it takes. Okay, so since I can focus the lens on something, could I focus it on the direction where I know the statue is the statue of the jailer?
On the shrine by the riverside.
Yes.
You may. It's a little beyond the bounds of the sigil, but... In fact, it seems to have been specifically cordoned off. You can see other sigils around it to try and prevent it from encroaching. But to someone as high up as you, doesn't mean anything.
Hmm.
If you try and focus the lightning, could you roll me another religion check, please?
All right. 24.
You see another lance of that magenta-coloured lightning, that coiling, curdled, flaming colour, like St. Elmo's fire arcing between masts of a boat. And the shot goes stray, but you can start to walk it in.
Hmm.
And where it's touching, you can just see it just withers these trees to dust where it touches. Like, you can see the very core of it, of the trees boil and burst inside their own trunks.
Hmm.
You reckon a bit more carving? Maybe by next turn you'll have enough of a route carved that you can directly empower your ally.
All right.
Okay.
I think that'll be it for my turn then.
Right, thank you.
I'm still maintaining the shout granting temp hit points, so that might help stem some of the bleeding for Jansa.
Hell yeah.
It's off the top of my head, it's 11 temp hit points per round.
Nothing to sneeze at.
Indeed. It's within 60 yards of Baz.
Okay, time for all the big Gribbly's turns.
Way, time for the Kaiju fight.
Okay, the two square off.
Oh, square go, like...
The enormous Polyphemus, like, armoured Hulk drags itself across the scenery and just... You watch as it scrapes its talons across its own face, grabbing hold of its eyelids and just wrenching open its own eye, holding it open.
Well...
As you watched
Start?
the leather from the tents and the candles just immediately rot to black compost. Just a slurry instantly. You see the enormous, like, Ebon giant, like, try and shield itself as you can see its shell, like, cracking and burning. Then you see it plunge its hand into the actual soil and pull up one of the burlwoods, holding it up as a sort of macabre shield. And you can just see that thing, each layer of its flesh peeled back as if with a scalpel, watching the completely twisted maroon bones within its form so far removed from one another that they may as well have been in different people. Each of the 200, and you can hear as one by one, your brain counts it by itself, 206 bones in that entire hulking body, so large that it dwarfs even a horse. It's nearly the size of an elephant or a hippo. And in that one span, it's something with 206 human-sized bones and more teeth than you've ever seen in your life. And you just watch as it just the creature that gave you you guys such havoc just mortifies on the spot, turning to a dark slurry. The hulking, like, Ebon giant lurches forward towards the Sun Gazer and attempts to just rip it to pieces with its hands.
Mm-hmm.
And in a flash, it's on the other creature, dragging it to the ground and attempting to smash its claw-like talons into it. Just like, not even like punches or clawing, it's just mashing its hands into the creature's armor as if it's trying to chisel with its wrists. It's just a completely uncoordinated flurry of violence. The ground is shaking from the sheer ferocity of the attack. You can see it toppling pieces of the fencing, even like shaking the foundations of the houses themselves. Okay, what else? Bog Fiend's turn. It fails miserably. And is grappled by 2. The tendrils now. Goes done. The creatures in the trees will suddenly perch over here on one of the fences. They're watching you carefully. No, there's Dotrak. He's busy smashing someone's head in. Chancer. Chance is going to try something very, very risky. And it pays off. As he throws a knife hurls outwards from where he's hiding, more of a lobbing arc, and just as the blood mage, just with a simple movement of the wrist, just smashes it to one side, in the flurry of the like roiling red mists, there's a little something punches through that thick fog of viscera. It's a little glass orb, almost like a bauble. You can hang on a tree. And a second knife hits it right in the base of that glass bulb, and what follows is a blinding blue-white flash of light as poor Salome is on the receiving end of a Sistelish vial and cannot currently see. And with that, you can see Chancer in a frenzy of movement, just on all fours, using his newfound prosthetic as just another leg to try and crawl his way across the scenery, to get himself to safety. There's a dry rasp. Salome tries to bellow, but her body's now so calloused from the overuse of the essential salts that all it can do is rasp and wheeze. Seems that the magic use is taking its toll. Speaking of magic users, Eris, your turn.
Wait. So, I saw Aiden and Mark doing the taunting of the big guys. Have they started to
big
brawl?
God.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 big guys.
Well, this one over here is more rotting now. It's not quite dead, but it really wishes it was.
It was Arfunkel's summon, essentially, wasn't it? They pulled it out of the ground?
It was one that sank into the soil earlier. It's one of the Burlwoods.
Okay.
And he grabbed it out of the soil before the denizens of the soil could devour it and use it as a shield. As a result, it's not doing well.
Yeah, I didn't know if he like summoned it. I guess okay.
Oh, let me think. I once more will have a look at my spells section. Surely I wouldn't do anything bad, right, guys?
Oh, Penny,
Eris
check
would
that player's
never do
chat.
anything bad or
Oh.
summon something horrifying. Not ever.
I shall heed the voices in the players' chat. Albert will save Chancer. Albert will do his thing. He will transport Chancer out of combat. If possible.
Oh god, roleplay's having a moment, hang on. Okay, you watch as your canine companion ports in, loops his collar onto Chance's hook hand, and where to actually try and go to, because there's not a lot of safe places. Oh. Better than that, but rather to be in the room next to the big gribbly creature than next to the room with the even gribblier things. Wasn't say that the forest demon is actually one of the safer things to be a bit near in this. Because him being a threat would require he actually passes a fucking grappling check, and that's just not happening, apparently.
Alright.
Folks at home, if you're a DM, your dice will betray you. Reliably.
It is a foregone conclusion.
But there, so what would you like to do?
Sorry.
I like the idea that you just got, because there's no spellbook for witches, it's just your familiar, so you just grabbed Mr. Chubbs and shaking him, tell me what to get.
It's like a magic 8-ball. You just shake it
The
and
magic
hope.
Chubbs ball. Just, yeah.
I don't
Just
think
shake
Chubbs
him
ball's
about.
a good thing you should call something.
I'm
So-
saying you give him slight brain.
Sounds like a
no,
bowl of
give
dicks.
him brain damage. Let his
Sorry,
skull
I
shake
just-
around or his head, his brain shake around in his skull, get all mixed up.
Sorry, I just thought of the thing, since I have the one ring, of which I can like switch out one letter, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at my list and I was thinking, oh, what could I do? And then I just see a shadow wound and I'm like, shadow pound. But I don't
works.
think that's very appropriate.
It would just be a big fist.
Yeah, I think so.
It would be like Begbie's interceding fist, but it would be like a shadowy version. For those who don't know, Begbie was he's like the force mage from 3.5 even earlier. His job was just to be, I do nothing but big dumb spells that have force effect. And as a result, he has an entire list of spells that are just like Begbie's fist or hand do this. Punch, crush, wrangle, intercede, defend, that kind of shit. That's all that motherfucker did. He just threw hands at people very literally.
Would I be allowed to use that then for the funny of backhanding, like smacking this? Wait, hold on, let me use the ruler. This guy's back of the head, and pretend he was the guy.
Well, he's currently on top of the other dude, like trying to claw his eye out. So
Well, I just want to throw a hand in there.
grab his dick and twist.
He's pulling his cock out.
Oh no.
That'll escalate the fight. Just undo his fly. That would change the tone.
They would leave on own accord.
That's
yeah,
what I
this is
like.
too
That's the
awkward.
actual fuck you moment of being invisible. It's just to escalate fights by unzipping, like doing shit like that. Like you unzip a fly, you
Yeah.
replace someone's drink with a hot
Whoopee
drink. So,
cushions. Yeah.
like all it does is like a small tonal change in a fight, and suddenly everything's very different. Oh, this is grim.
But for the funnies, would I be allowed to?
Yeah, certainly. It's the Ring of the Grammarians. What it does.
Very cool. What the fuck would Shadow Pound then do?
It's just a big shadowy fist.
Bonk. I don't know. I'm gonna hit the side, the side that is winning,
I hit the sides, but damn.
No,
So-
no, I'm hitting the side that is winning just because that means then that the other guy has a better fighting chance and they might kill each other at some point. If they're both alive enough.
Using a person of shadows. It's conjuring a hand of shadows to fight a person of shadows. How inappropriate. Black on black violence is bad enough without mages getting involved in it. Bloody wibble slingers, I swear.
This.
Anyway, roll to hit. Just use just roll dice.
Intelligence?
Yeah, use the macro you use for any of your other attacks. We're mainly looking at the d20 roll.
Oh. $24.
That's a threat. Yeah, I've decided this thing. I'm decided that the advantage of Shadow Pound over other like force spells is this one is shadowy and therefore is more probably a high crit, sneakier. Maybe sneak attack dice. You watch as out of the mists and storms above, the silhouette of a hand reaches down and plunges towards the errant Eidolon like a guillotine's blade. Drives itself into, like, just grabs him by the back, scruff of the neck, and just smashes him downwards into the Sun Gazer. Could you draw me a confirmation check, please?
Would that
Same
just
again,
be
please.
another d20?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh.
These things are to try, so not confirmed, but okay. What's the level of the spell you used to perform this?
Level?
Yes.
Level 3.
Oh, damn.
Yes, one of the big spells. It's one of the mega spells. I don't know if that would do anything for it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull this number out my ass. 8d10.
Bonk.
We're dealing with an empowered magic zone, and you're dealing with like, Kaiju scarecrows. But you actually managed to like smash the creature's forehead into the Sun Gazer, and draw blood on both of them. I'd say this much: if you're fighting someone and you're like mounted MMA style, and someone runs up behind you and like grabs you by the head and like bulldogs you into the other dude's head. There's a trick with if you get two eggs that are not boiled yet and you like smack them together, only one will ever break. So I'm gonna roll.
Yes,
that,
yes, yeah.
I'm gonna roll that. Old John
That sounds
here.
like a challenge.
Go ahead. I am the master of egg videos. I'll have you know. I've been in more than one of them.
Well, I know the one you've been
But
in.
enough about your porn career. Let's get back to the game.
If I had a porn career, do you think I'd hang out with you losers?
Oh.
Bill, how could you say such a thing?
Get
Yeah, I'm
to
just-
it then.
I'm just
Yeah,
waiting for my big
get
voice
on with
acting
it.
break.
Go on then.
But now
Make
you've
that
been-
cash.
Yeah, you've been rude.
Come on,
No.
crack on.
Dance.
Got LGBT. Got to
Dance,
let's
dance
get
the
that
game.
bread. How dare you? Maybe we should try playing it then. Anyway, now
What
that
are you
I've
trying
been
to do right now, homie?
now that I've been thoroughly lambasted. Okay, you now successfully concussed an Eidolon, which is not something I was expecting anyone to manage this game, but here we are. Any other actions this turn? You're currently at a high advantage point, but it's a little. You're more on the wreckage of a vantage point, I'd say. So if you wish to move, it's your prerogative. You may move where you wish.
I would like to move, yeah. Especially after hitting one of them. Or both of them.
I won't worry too much. Both of their eyes are watering, so they can't see you did it.
Oh, then I'm hiding. I'm doing a stealth check.
Roll what?
Actually. I may be a coward, but at least I won't die, I hope.
Yay!
To anyone watching, the fact that she just has to, despite being like a 11-foot tall fucking werewolf, all she had to do to become almost completely invisible was just duck down slightly. And to those who saw that, that was deeply spooky.
To be fair, the other things involved were also just kind of not. They have other things. We've got obviously each other to worry about, right?
Well, this one's not doing too bad. It's got a fucking eyeball for most of its face. I
Yeah,
thought that
true.
if anyone's good at it, it's probably be him.
Yeah.
So, any other actions?
I don't believe so.
Okay, time for the Spudkin's turn. Most of the Spudkin are busy surviving or dying.
I mean, that is basically life, yes.
This one here will continue his triage of his commander, and this one here is going to drag the remnants of the beast folk out. There's a certain coldness with the way that the beast folk is dealt with, as the little, you can see by the little marks on his shoulder, this one's some kind of corporal. And he takes his little crowbar looking thing and smashes it into the side of his head like someone like using a knife to get rid of an avocado pit, and proceeds to start wiggling it around with a horrible cracking noise. This poor concussed ape is just shrieking on the ground. There is a noise like someone trying to scrape through a coconut shell with a knife. You can hear the crowbar scrape across the interior of the skull right before the creature goes limp. Then there's a wet crunch and a pop as the crowbar is retrieved, and the little Spudkin just casually walks back inside as he like shakes the gore from his crowbar. He then goes up to each other. Do you need any medical attention? The situation, as one can see, has somewhat degraded. Speaking of degradation, here's Neri.
Well, thanks a lot, by the way. Let's see. With them involved in this, the Cyclops guy clearly has some sort of advantage. He's doing better. That's what I'm getting from this.
No, the Cyclops one is on the ground.
Oh no,
He's
the other way
being-
around then. Wait,
yeah.
sorry, because it.
John
the
is
names are-
John is winning.
Okay, cool.
Both
What is-
concussed.
All right, good. We've got this thing here. Is this dead now, or it's mostly dead? It's in trouble,
It's-
right?
It's dying.
Okay.
The only thing keeping it semi-alive is that it's the massive tumors that it is are regenerating slightly faster than it can degrade.
What do we have left then? Actually, to be honest.
Well, about 4 turns, the druid's going to turn back up.
Oh. Okay, this thing's dead, isn't it? Or still alive? This big thing up here?
That thing is currently trapped in a grapple with one of the spud things.
Okay, I kind of just want to see the end of this fight, but I don't know how I can... Let's see... Oh, okay, so... Again, this one's doing worse. Okay. I would like to... Oh, this could be really bad. This could be really bad. I don't know if I want to do this now. Hang on. This could be really bad. Get about it. I want to... Alright, should I just go with it and see what happens? Okay, fine. I'm gonna throw a little pebble at him and be like, beat him up! Do it harder! Kick his ass! You got this! But I'm gonna use the Enforcer thing, which is that when it's as a free action, whenever I inflict non-lethal damage, it's an Intimidate check. That can make him, demoralized.
So you're using a improvised weapon to cause non-lethal.
Yeah.
To hit him with a...
To demoralize him.
To demoralize him.
Yeah.
Are you using demoralize to demoralize, or using demoralize to try and...
It's called Enforcer, is the thing.
Yeah, I know the one. Yeah, works. Could you roll to hit, please?
Which will be... For
Range
what?
attack bonus.
Ranged, yes. Okay.
I think it's the same roll for you, anyway. Because your melee attacks, I think, are dex based.
Oh, if they are, then...
Oh, no, it isn't, because you're actually
No,
a
no,
strength
they're the
build.
same, they're the same. No, I'm a wisdom build. Wait. No, I am strength. Strength, yes, yes. Just like a pebble. You're like, kick his ass! Get him! What are you doing, you pussy? Come on!
Roll your intimidate, please.
Alright. Oh, fucking A. I was fucking 12.
Intimidate?
I have a 12 in intimidate. It's like my strong. It's literally my best stat.
I will help with
Have a
intimidate.
reroll.
Do I roll as well?
Yes, please.
There you go. Well, apparently intimidate and acrobatics, yeah.
I'm trying.
Acrobatics and intimidate go together like chocolate and peanut butter. I know. That's like we got Spring Heel Jack.
Yeah. Well, that's why you need the acrobatics, so that if your intimidate
Doesn't work,
fails,
you have another
doesn't
option.
work, you can get
Ah,
away.
shit.
Exactly.
It's one of like the 3/4 of the bestiary that's immune to fear.
Yeah. It's just it's not fear though. It's just, yo, beat this guy up. What are you, a pussy? Come on, put some back into it. Because specifically, it's not intimidate though. I mean, it uses the intimidate role, but it does specifically say it's demoralizing.
You hit the creature. You hit the like ebon skinned creature directly in the face with that pebble. You nail it basically between the eyes. And it just looks completely confused because it. Could you roll me a heal check, please?
I'd like to also point at the other thing and yeah, like, fuck his shit up. Heal
It's
check?
utterly
Oh
confused.
god.
Something's off about it. But it seemed surprised you were there, even though you were here previously.
Mm-hmm. And it was the main thing I wanted to do, though, was to try and demoralize him so they'll kill each other. But he seems distracted, at least. Yeah? Okay.
Very much so.
Again, I'd really like them to kill each other.
Any other actions this turn?
No, I'm just gonna hide. I'm trying to hide behind the parapet. That's it. Just duck. I mean, unless you think we should get out of here, Mark. I don't know.
Well, it's his turn, so he can say what he wishes.
I'm just gonna carry on. I'm gonna go down to like the eyeball guy again. I'm gonna shout, "Come on, you've got him! Like, you've got him on the ropes. Get up!" Give him a cheesy thumbs up. And then Rob Schneider appears and says, "You can do it."
Oh god, that was Rob Schneider. You can do it, that, Nicky. Roll me a diplomacy check, please. See how much he buys this. Oh no!
Oh,
Roll a
no!
D10,000 check, please.
fug.
Yeah, this chart's been really fucking doing me over lately. Wait until you see what happens. Those of you at home, wait until you see what happened during the fucking Halloween game. My goodness, it was on tear. Caster tends to dribble heavily when drinking from a mug or cup.
Eh?
So you go to address him, and as you do, you slip and just smash your teeth into the nearest post.
Bruh.
In real life, you know, if you take the ring pull off a can, it
Yeah.
happens to me. Like, I cannot drink out of a can without
Hmm.
the ring pull part on. Cool story, I know.
Oh, I'd something similar. I caught my lip on the rim of a can, and my lips just blew up. Like,
Oh yeah.
I- this is a while. This is a long, long time ago. But yeah, if I scrape my lip with a can, that's it. Like full bore reaction. I don't know why. I've got no aluminium like weaknesses to it or what have you, but for some reason, just straight up looks like someone punched me. But sadly, you guys aren't that lucky that someone actually had the wherewithal to give me a smack in the fucking mouth, which, if I had grown up, maybe I would have been less of an asshole. But any other actions this turn? No.
I'm just gonna duck and hold my mouth, and teeth, which now hurt both in the game and in real life.
Yeah, sorry.
We do worry about the stealing of the teeth, yeah.
It's one of those ones where like it's a chip on the tooth, but it's a clean one, so it's like someone napped it like a piece of flint. I got one of those. It sucks. So you can feel how sharp it is in your tongue, but it's not an actual problem yet, isn't it? Yeah, it's a bit achy, but that's about it. Okay, time for all the medium-sized gribblies. You watch as the reanimated corpse of the ogre captain grabs hold of the building it's next to and topples it. Just grabs it, wrenches, and the entire frame gives way and it falls flat, crushing whatever's inside. Of more pressing concern, you watch as the red mist descends down from Salome, snaking its way through the wreckage, and where it touches, the mist glows. Then, with a throb of heat, it bursts into flames that focus down, going from a roaring orange glow to a fierce furnace-like blast of heat through to a almost like a cutting blade of blue flame, white, and then freezing completely solid. As if the blue flame itself became ice. And what's left is this like completely sterile honeycomb of like burned stone, wood, and whatever else was in amongst the rooftops. But Salome doesn't seem to be... I'll put it this way, she wasn't aiming just then. She reached out instinctively. If anyone wants to roll me a heal check or an arcana check, be my guest.
Sure.
Arcana. One sec.
Hey.
Salome's eyes were dilated from the sheer amount of essential salt sheets consumed. So when that flashbang went off, she could be blind for a small while. She is blind. She is... It's temporary, you'd reckon. But if you've ever had like the eye relaxants they use for like eye surgery or like eye work, at least one person here has to have had LASIK. If you go out in the sun after having that, they usually make you wear like an eye patch or sunglasses. I've had it described as the worst possible pain as your retinas just start to burn.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's turn. The Gribbly's armor. Those big Gribbly go on the turn. Victorious will try and stand up and succeed. So he leaves himself vertical. And taking the bronze blade in hand, he's going to try and take out the bog fiend's ankles, and does. You see as he rushes forward, the heavy cleaver of his polearm in hand, and he just smashes it into the calf muscle of this, not the calf muscle, the quadricep of the enormous antlered god beast. And you just watch that thigh just completely unravel. It's like a Venetian blind going up. He's just hacking away for dear life, trying desperately to hack this creature's leg off at the hip so he can get it on the ground and try and kill it. There's no art. There's no longer any artfulness to his movements. It's just one well-placed blow after another, just a frenzy, just all muscle memory. As he's wearing himself out. Baz.
All right. Well, I may as well continue with what I was doing.
Roll me a religion check, please.
All right. Fuck.
You-
19.
Your remaining hand, it burns so badly. You can feel it in every joint of your hand, in your bones, in your marrow. And as it does, after a while, there's a kind of twisting feeling in your arm.
Mm.
And you look up and you see Faustus has partially manifested himself enough to keep your grip on the lens. So on one side, so at your elbow, your hand splits between your physical hand and Faustus's manifested form.
I see.
But it's drawing him in. The lens wasn't designed to play nice with extraplanar creatures. It's
I see.
attempting to rip him out of you.
Hmm.
Just keep going.
All right. Just need a moment. Okay. Just trying to figure out if there's anything I can do to help myself in this situation. Hmm. I don't think I have anything. So, although, would this be considered like a barrage? Since I'm trying to like make a ranged attack with this.
Yeah, you can use siege engineering for this. In fact, it'd be ideal.
Okay. Could I make another attempt with siege engineering then?
Yes.
All right. Wait.
A clean cut through. You can. The temple is now visible. One more turn, you reckon? Well placed.
Alright.
We'll get the job done.
All right. Okay. This is a very small thing. I reckon I might be able to do it.
Do so.
So, would I be able to have noticed that she's not very aware of her environment, Salome?
Roll me a perception check or heal check.
A roll perception.
You will
6.
know, actually wait. You'll already know this because Neri knows this, and you're in the network.
Ah, fair. Yeah.
So,
In that case, I'm gonna do a little trolling since this guy was being a bit of an issue. I want to like kick a little. Since like she's blind currently, I want to kick a pebble down. Since some of the rock is coming loose, just sort of kick it down in her direction. To maybe prompt her to launch an attack in this direction.
roll me a
No,
bluff
so-
check, please.
Alright. 23.
As you kick the pebble, it hits the ground with a wet thud. And Salome's head snaps to look directly at you, and you can see now her eyes have gone cloudy. Regardless, she's looking directly at you.
Baz thinks to himself, ah, fucking great. Could one of you maybe help me distract Salome while I try to fucking salvage this ritual? Instead of fawning over two big, lumpy...
Two big guys.
Trying to find the right word.
It's a pottery, it rhymes.
Those two lumpy fucks. Could you guys actually help out?
No.
So we're supposed to distract her. Right?
Ideally.
I say this over the psychic network.
Hold on. Let
Because
me...
Baz has been trying to fucking get this ritual right the entire time.
Well, you could have just asked, you know?
Primordial urge to refocus the laser in an easterly direction.
Well, you don't gotta be so sensitive about it, you know?
Yeah, you gotta be careful just willy-nilly firing around the fucking orbital laser. Do not fuck with the
Death
tier.
laser.
Do not fuck with the tier blaster. Like,
No, I know.
you carve the wrong thing in the ley lines here, then we could have someone real bad show up like Folker. No
Yeah.
one needs that motherfucker running around.
Question. From last I remember, I have a shadow in my spear that,
Yes.
like, can act on its own.
Yes.
Would I be able to just be like, lol, spear, go?
Yes.
Then I would like to do that.
Okay, I believe you've got the icon for it.
Yes, let me find it.
It's below brick.
Yum. There you go, you have a spear. The spear will help how it sees fit.
I've yet to even see the thing turn up.
It is next to Baz.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's the one from Brawlhalla.
Ah, look familiar. Everyone at home just thinking to themselves, I thought it was Adventure Quest. Oh well. Okay. Baz, you are now being defended by a floating polearm.
Oh, excellent. Alright, I think
Anything
that will
else?
be it for my turn.
Okay, time for the chunky fuckers. Okay, as the Ebon Giant reels, clutching its head and bellowing, and another wave of that terror spreads throughout the camp. Some of the few camp followers who are still holding on for dear life, you watch as the Spudkin amongst themselves start doing things like throwing each other into the soil to keep themselves alive. At this point, there's another blast of intense heat that pockmarks the clouds as the sun gazer lives up to its name and flash boils the top layer of flesh of the Ebon Giant. You can see just where the creature's eyesight has scraped across, just the armor itself is turning molten in places as the resin superheats and starts to drip out off of the skeletal form like rivulets with heavy plates hanging like cut muscle from a bone. The smell is burning hair and ozone, of boiling blood, of rotten food, and this unmistakable smell like sandalwood. The fight is now evened out. So in his in their thrashings, those of you on this side, which is I think all of you, can I get reflex saves, please? Because the fight is intensifying to the point where debris is being flung.
Since I'm in a stealthed position, will I have bonuses to reflex because
I'll
I'm
take this
already
into account.
ducking?
You'll get cover, don't worry.
Yay. Reflex. Oh, it's my fucking worst stat. Plus.
I thought that was my refereeing stat.
Oh.
Oh, I think am I still ducking as well? I remember if I said no. I think so. Okay, just take sure.
Oh no, you'd stood up and you'd thrown
I
a
did.
rock and you were shouting.
No. And I said I hid back down at the end. I
Okay.
ducked back down at the end. Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word now.
Well, I'm fairly sure people in chat can. Was he?
I
Check
trust you on
me.
this one.
If I didn't, I should have. I'm pretty sure I did though.
Don't worry, you're all good. Okay. Those of you who... So, Neri, where you are ducked, luckily everything goes clear. The other two of you, however, Comrade and Eris, unfortunately you're struck by debris as some of the pike traps on the outside, some of the boulders as well, are being flung and chunks of fence post start to go flying through the camp.
Oofed.
You can feel the cliff top that the fortress is perched atop start to give, with an enormous amount of dirt and stone subsiding. It's holding for now, but you get the feeling this side of the facility is going to go soon, if these two keep fighting like this. As for the injuries you actually sustained, Eris, could you take 11 points of bludgeoning?
Oh.
And Comrade, 11 points of bludgeoning.
Ooh.
Thing is, I don't remember if I had taken any damage previously. So I'll just have it like this for now.
Okay. And please note this is untyped, because for some reason, if you get hit with essentially a bunch of debris from a city, it's classed as untyped because of the sheer number of different materials inside. So it's like,
Oh, so it can't be determined if it's piercing, bludgeoning.
yeah. This also carries over to spell casting because there's something called city spell, which makes it so half of a spell's damage comes from the city you're in. So you cast fireball, half of it's from the fireball, and the other half is like a wall falling over and shrapnel.
Oh.
And that changes half the damage to untyped. It's the neutral equivalent of the Hellfire and Holy Fire spells. Mind you, it's from the same book that gave us the invisible spell meta magic that says +0. So, make of that what you will. 3 invisible fireballs for everybody. Okay, that's that done. Okay, Dotrak and his boys. Oh, yeah, Big Goobie's turn as well. Ooh. You watch as the Spudkin, who's been fighting the forest fiend, the enormous antlered beast reaches out and grabs the Spudkin by the head, and with a wet pop, the Spudkin falls over. His head just a loose handful of meat. The tendrils bursting forth from his abdomen, however, continue to flail around wildly. and damn near, and as they reach out, they grab hold of the forest fiend and nearly rip one of its antlers off. Dotrack is going to try and self-medicate. Do reasonably well. Chancer. Chancer will pet Albert with his good hand and do his best to try and administer first aid to himself as well. Eris.
Yes.
Field is yours.
Considering I just got hit by fucking debris, I think I'm gonna dip from that spot.
Okay.
If I'm able to, onto the roof here.
Yeah. I'll need 2 acrobatics checks there, because the rooftops aren't very stable right now.
Yes. We'll see how my acrobatics checks go.
I mean, you ignore the first 10 feet because of you got reach on your prehensile hair, and polearms and whips add their reach to your jump distance.
So I can jump onto this at least.
Mm-hmm.
And then acrobatics. It's not great. Apparently it's
Easily.
okay.
You can pick the specific square where you drop.
Yes, this one.
Okay.
And if I can redo my stealth, maybe.
You may.
That I think would be all.
Okay, please reroll something. I think.
Not
Not bad at
reroll.
all. No one rolled above 5. Okay. The Spudkin scent. There's not very many of these guys left. And by not many, I mean none. Apart from those two in the room doing triage. They're just doing their best to help Chancer and Dotrack out. Neri, your turn.
Okie dokie. Okay. I'm still just... I kind of want to watch over this and make sure that these two motherfuckers don't... I want them to kill each other.
Could you roll me a sense motive, please?
Yes. Doo-doo.
You're fairly confident at this point that the two of them will kill each other regardless of your intervention.
Okie dokie. Alright. In that case... got left to take care of, This thing again, it's like... these two are grappling with each other. Yeah? So... Is this thing... This is dead. Is this guy dead? Doesn't appear to be.
He is a corpse being puppeted by a mage.
Okay, but he's not dead.
He is, but he's not functionally dead.
Is this person alive?
Still throw.
here?
That one, yes,
it-
still alive.
Does it appear to be a mage of some sort? That
Yes,
might be puppeteering
mage.
the corpse?
She's a blood
Okay.
mage. She is puppeteering the corpse with blood magic. She is coked off of her tits on
Yeah.
essential salts that is boosting her magic way higher than it should be.
Okay, first thing we're gonna do is come over here and then use as a it is quick, isn't it? My swift action, Aura of Calm.
Okay.
I really want to calm this thing down. And then with
You wa-
her,
You watch as parts of it. It was already like one enormous bruise, and now you can see in places the blood is starting to settle as the heart pumping slows down, and you can see what was once a simple bruise from over engorgement with blood is now turning into like internal bleeding.
oof. Would I have some idea? What would I roll for this to have any idea how she's casting this magic to puppeteer this corpse? Like, is it her hands? Is it her voice?
Just
Or...
in from Zalmas for 50.
Whoa! Thanks, Almas.
Last chance at the title. A steel chair falls from the sky, landing near Spudkin. If Spud chooses, it jumps to next in turn's order. If the Spud chooses, it'll jump. Yeah, next.
So it falls from the fucking sky like the power sword from Power Rangers,
Yeah.
the original Power Rangers.
Let's go.
Eris, as you watch, something falls through the ceiling directly in front of you and lands beside one of the Spudkin.
She will look through the roof, confused as to what the fuck that is.
It is a chair, a folding steel chair that is glowing as if it was fresh from a forge.
Mm-hmm.
Emblazoned
watched
upon
this
it in a kind of italicized, jagged script are the words, "Are you ready?"
Are you ready to rumble? I don't know if that's the correct one.
Yes, indeed.
Very
But-
cool, Zalmas.
My first thought was, "Are you ready for love?"
Let's go. Yeah. Ready for love. Yeah. Well, are you?
Well, you tell me. You're now against fucking Salome. What would you like to do?
What I would like to do is, as I just said, can I tell,
She is a wizard of thought. And thought. Before you ask.
let me... Okay. Huh. So in terms of my ability to sever chakras,
Yes.
right? Could I sever your, like, spirit chakra in your head? If I give you a chop to the back of the neck? I think I only have hands and feet,
Yeah.
so unfortunately, but I'm just asking that as a question more broadly.
Well, you know she's got talons on both of those, and she's wielding weapons, so that could
Is she-
disrupt her blood flow to those
Yeah,
areas.
I'd like to show. Well, I'd like to do her hands, but I was asking a more broad question about the rules. Can you just like
Yeah,
shut someone's ability
if
to
you've
magic
got
down?
if you've got chakra like disruption,
Damn.
it does state what each of them does, but yeah, you can do stuff like that. And whilst she's only operating on pure thought, because majority of spheres mages do, getting punched in the neck still disrupts spell casting.
Well, I'm gonna go after her hands then. I think I'm gonna and kick at the hands with my primal iron sabatons.
Okay, rising. Feel free to rising tackle the mage.
Yes, and I'm also going to be using the chakra disruption on that, so
Okay.
to just cut off her ability to use any magic through that,
Alright.
and that will be. Do I roll to hit first? Yeah, so that'll be what in this case?
Yeah, just regular
base attack?
melee attack. Yeah, your regular
Okay.
melee attack.
Hey.
Bruh.
Damn. So to everyone else, what has just occurred? Just as Salome like makes a sweeping motion with one of her hands to try and conjure up some more of her power, Neri like bursts from the fucking shade and just catches Salome right as her wrist is next to another floating boulder and just snaps her wrist.
Mm-hmm.
The entire area just heard the crunch of bone. Her left wrist is completely obliterated.
It's 79 damage.
It's gone.
Yeah.
The arm bursts. It's like it's pretty much a scene for scene remake of what she just did to Chancer.
Yeah.
Like you essentially
I
apply
think
the
you can't
technique
reattach those
to-
bitches
to a
though
norm-
now. I think that I broke
to-
that chakra forever.
to a normal person. when you use like Tai Chi type techniques, you might put the heel of your boot next to their kneecap and scrape down their shin, which is a really fucking vicious move and why you don't want to fight people who do Tai Chi. You just did that to her elbow and essentially raked your steel sabatons up her forearm from the funny bone, in which you just drove the point of your sabatons into her funny bone and wrenched down the bones. You watch as they split and marrow sprays over the area. Her vascular system is running so heavy duty and so hot, like as it hits the air, it's catching fire. And you can watch the marrow as soon as her control, as her system is severed, she loses control over that part of her body for blood control, because that was part of the mass. And as it happens, the bone marrow in her arms flash boil.
Ooh, holy Jesus!
With the noise is. Imagine the noise of a lobster dropped into a boiling hot kettle, but at 195 decibels. It's deafening. Sounds like a...
I will also say to the creature, it's a return to the soil. The woman who's enslaving you is done.
I thought you was going to say sorry for a second then.
But also, yeah, sorry, I mean...
Oh, as soon as that happens, like this, again, at this point, Salome's actually in shock rather than in pain. Though her flesh like the flesh puppet over here slumps back down over. Its flesh is... The pain that you just caused her made her powers surge and blow out his entire vascular system.
Oof.
The corpse is now one morass of bruising and blood. It's more like a balloon of flesh than an actual body anymore. The bones all now crumpled under the sheer pressure. Any other actions this turn?
No, I think that was pretty badass. I'll just tell her to give up.
Okay.
Surrender.
Normally, from here, we go to Comrade. However, Providence has stepped in. As the Spudkin grasps the legs of the steel chair and pulls it free of the stone. Something is happening in that room, and it's just emitting light.
Well, can't Eris see it?
It's probably blinding her.
The light is erupting out of every gap in the building. And that'll be its turn for now. Well, its next turn's gonna get really fucking wild. Comrade.
My plan is quite simple. I'm gonna do this big sprint. I'm gonna leapfrog on to Aiden's shoulders. Then I'm gonna I don't really know how to describe this move that I'm gonna do in the air, but it's very like vampire-y, and it's accompanied with a kind of sound. No, it's more like I'm doing the gesture like my hands are raised, like almost claw-like. Anyway, point is,
Pounce.
I'm gonna say,
Pounce.
yeah, kind of, a bit like
Hang on, we're getting bleed through from somewhere. You're at the tab.
Bug.
Han, stop listening.
I'm not watching war footage.
Listening to Hitler's speeches during the middle of the podcast.
I'm not watching war footage right now.
Just in from the Athena for 2. Come on, Han. Do it.
Oh,
That's not correct.
close enough.
You silly
cl-
goose.
So, you basically want to pounce on her. And
Yeah, and I'm gonna say, hot blood, and then bite her, like, and enjoy some of this rare blood, magic blood that's spraying everywhere.
Go
You
for
know,
it.
because I drink blood.
Yeah, roll your MAB.
What?
Go below your. Okay, go onto your sheet and just click whatever seems most appropriate in the attack section. Just click whatever's higher.
It should say, it says that CMB, I think what you're looking for then is...
Yes, MAB or RAB,
Yeah.
which are right next to
What?
BAB.
You know, it's a CMB melee and range, and then that's, I
I
think, how it looks if you're using it in the app. So it's melee.
It's not really about doing damage, it's about enjoying the delicious blood.
It's gonna taste like, you know,
Roll
cranberry
again,
and...
take the better of the two.
And what else did you say?
Roll again, please. How?
I don't... It's
Okay.
unless the... Okay, when you go to melee, what does it say next to it? Their number, yeah?
Yeah, it's only 8.
Okay, mine's 8 too. It's just...
Just roll a
Fuck.
6 and a fucking 4.
Yeah. Good lord.
Unfortunately, that will... even though she's still reeling from the attack, she has just enough wherewithal to firstly...
Werewolful? What?
Wherewithal to block your attack with one of her chains.
Surprised you didn't want to block me after that joke.
Yeah, but there's still
So-
blood spraying everywhere, so I've got some delicious
yeah.
blood on my face and that I'm gonna lick off.
Yeah. You feel a surge of just of raw power when you do that.
I had a hunch that might happen.
Yeah, because she's completely saturated with essential salt, so she's got like... She's essentially running around with an
She's gonna make
entire
your
mass
skin
grave
shrivel up.
inside her
Poisoned
veins.
blood.
It's too much salt. Make your skin all shriveled up. Make
Oh,
your
yeah,
feet,
it was like eating like finished licorice. It was that salty.
Ugh.
It was like just a mouthful of bovril.
Like if the sea could come, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Isn't that just what's it called, the white
Moby Dick?
of the ocean? No, not the white sperm whale. I mean the foam. The foam comes off of the sea. That's basically the ocean's cum.
How's my line of inquiry not as bad?
The sperm whale at least has sperm in the title.
Yeah, but it's not that kind of sperm. It's the sperm that inside its head. It's like wax.
What?
At least make
Why does
candles
it
out
have
of.
sperm in his head?
No, its head. Its head is full of
Spermaceti is different from spermatozoa.
yes.
Spermaceti is like a
fat,
wax.
essentially. Yeah, or wax. Yeah.
Why didn't they call it wax whale?
Because that wouldn't have been as fun.
Thanks everyone for tuning into the sperm.
Sperm discussion. Thank
Sperm
you.
history podcast.
It's got to be quicker than reading Moby Dick.
You know that it exists somewhere.
Oh,
by the way, you know.
I tried to
there's a
read that.
sperm-
I tried to listen to that. I was like, I'm listening to the audiobook. I'm 8 hours in. I'm a third in. Fuck this.
No, I mean you know there's some weird like right wing podcast, like the spermatozoa podcast.
Well, it'll be the Spermaceti podcast at that point because it's
Oh my
about
god.
whales.
Just know you. Oh sure, but anyway.
leave it to a party like this to just knock the wind out your sails in situations like these. Just goodness me. Okay,
Why
comrade.
are you out on sea then?
Even the bad guys are looking at us like, why are they
Yeah,
talking about it?
At a certain point, this fight has devolved into a punch up in a fucking Weatherspoon's car park.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Well.
which,
Things get dangerous in the Weatherspoon's car park.
yeah, I was about to for you guys. Okay, could both of you make me fort saves?
Alrighty. Wait. Who?
You and comrade. Neri and comrade need to make me fortitude saves.
Okie dokie. Oh.
Comrade,
Jesus Christ, why are the dice being so mean to you?
Neri, you feel something. You you feel as though she is trying to get control of your blood inside your body. Luckily, you managed to injure her badly enough that the DC is not nearly as high
Wait
as
a
it used
minute.
to be.
I'm even. It's been so much. Is my blood still seawater? I know I got rid of the crabs. Do I have regular blood again?
I'm gonna keep it 100. I have no earthly fucking clue what runs in your character's veins anymore.
I don't know. I have, dude. I'll show you my notes list. It's so long. I can't keep track of any of this shit. It's so much.
Hang on.
Eh?
Oh, we can exploit this.
Eh?
One time I rolled a D10,000 and it said that anyone who tries to cast blood magic on me gets transformed into a sausage. Everyone else remembers that. Right?
Oh yeah.
Weirdly, I do. Let me find it.
There's some insane stuff on this enormous notes list that I don't even. God, because it's so much.
By chance, do you have the chart number for that effect?
For what effect?
For the sausageator.
Oh,
It's,
unlikely.
6969, I think.
Oh.
Which is lucky. What is 6969 out of curiosity?
It is 6969. That no one really ever copies it down, but you can't just Control F sausage.
I tried, didn't show up.
It must not be the word sausage then. It's probably something else like ground meat. or
Target's
something.
blood burns bright as magnesium.
Mark,
That's
it's
nowhere
fucking
near as
rude.
cool as it should be. Although I guess they are, you know,
Don't gaslight our
vibrant.
GM, please.
Mate, that chart's got such bullshit on it. I,
I mean,
wouldn't be
it's
surprised
always
if it
been
was that.
6969. I don't know what chart Bill's looking at. There's no
Well,
gas
as
going on here.
Slimmy floats over the combat between you guys, she will make a motion towards Comrade. At which point, Comrade, you feel your
What kind of
blood
motion?
So kind of a sweep of her stance to bring her head looking at Comrade. So like a she just pivots her head to look directly at him. Her eyes focus into like pinpricks, and you watch as Comrade's body goes oddly rigid. Comrade,
Yeah.
could you please roll to hit Neri?
What?
As you are the victim of blood control.
Right, let's watch the.
Please
I'll
take
get
a full
nat
round
20
action.
now.
You may 5 foot. I would suggest a 5 foot step and then a full attack.
The best hit of the week.
Okay, and the other 3 attacks, please.
Would this not be an attack of opportunity? Yeah?
He 5 foot stepped.
This is not an attack of opportunity.
Nope.
Okay.
I think I did 1 too
Yeah,
many.
you did 1 too many. So, good complement of attacks. Okay, please roll for your damage with the weapons of your choice. Whatever weapons you were equipped with. Ignore anything to do with crits because you already rolled.
Just fucking spinning around with them out.
Fucking A. I'm gonna get, I think, like, dead.
Now keep in mind the okay, so let's
Yeah,
go
I
down
think
the
I'm
attacks.
dead.
What's your AC?
My AC is 27.
So all of these have missed.
Oh. Yo, man, what are you... Comrade. What's going on?
I missed it, didn't I?
Why are you attacking me?
And then, before we can continue conversation, the red mist descends over the area, and visibility drops to basically fuck all. You can see each other barely, but you cannot see Salome. That mist seemingly swept in from nowhere. Okie dokie. Eris,
Yeah.
there are birds perched all along the crenellations, looking at you.
I don't like this.
You can see them silhouetted against the storm. It's just this mass of feathered just matter. There's no seemingly rhyme or reason or pattern to anything. It's just what looks like a crow here, an owl there. But they're all looking at you.
I don't like this.
In any other situation, these birds would be ripping each other to pieces. There's no way you could get a crow, a gull, owl all in one place and not have a fight on your hands. Most of these creatures aren't even out at the same time. Roll me a will save, please.
Oh yeah.
That'll do. You felt a twinge in your chest. Like something in amongst those birds tried to get into your mind. That'll be that turn. Baz, yield is yours.
Alright, I will... Well, I think I'll finish up and attempt to create the sigil.
Okay, send it.
Alright. There we go. Let's see.
It takes a bit more walking, but the beam hits the shrine. And you feel a familiar presence.
Oh. Neural activation.
Yeah, it runs from the crown of your head all the way through your body. It's like your chakras are burning open. But it's warm, it's not unpleasant.
Oh, a brief respite from physically burning apart.
Yay!
If you can maintain this round without interruption, you will have successfully conjured forth your ally. You see to last one more round.
Alright. I'll use this opportunity to regain my focus and just... Yeah, just maintain this, basically.
Okay.
The total defense action.
Time for the big gribblies who can do the rest to kill each other. As they just lay into each other with all their might, the Sun Gazer grabs hold of the Ebon Giant, and you see its eye just completely contract as the intense blast of heat severs the Ebon Giant's leg at the kneecap, leaving behind just a slurry of scorched and twisted together a chitin. And he hurls him physically, twisting his entire armored body around, and hurls the Ebon Giant directly into the acid cloud and holds him there. Like, hand on skull, holding him face down into the acid. Which doesn't seem to be affecting him. Again, the smell floods the air. It's that thick, acrid odor of chlorine. but now mixed in with rotting flesh. Okay, that's time to be gribbly as well. One of the forest fiends will pitch the carcass of the spudkin into the tree line, though its entrails will continue to try and grapple around it. Dotrak's turn. Dotrak is still injured. He's going to try to tend to his wounds. Same with Chancer, I think. Actually, Chancer will move up, and he'll hurl a couple of knives at the forest fiend. A few sticking its high, but one catches right in the base of the spine. I ride in the lumbar. He just sat there, seemingly waiting for someone to hit it with a hammer. But use the butterfly sting aside. Eris, the field is yours.
There are birds watching me. I don't like this. I'd like to use my longbow with one of Sir Ironwood's arrows.
Certainly.
That cause entangle, I believe.
Okay. Who would you like to use it on?
Birds. I shoot birds.
Roll to hit, please.
Am I being racially profiled?
Just because you feel attacked. +1 in 30 foot. Does that mean it has to be within 30 foot or after 30 foot? I do not understand what the fuck I wrote there.
So 30 foot.
It
So
just
range
says
of
+1 in 30 foot. I don't know if it's within 30 foot.
Oh,
reach.
yeah. If you're within 30 feet of it, you get a +1 to hit and damage because it's point blank shot.
Okay. 19.
Yeah, that'll hit touch. And I believe it unfolds into an entanglement. Is that correct?
Yes. I don't know if I should roll for damage or not.
I don't think it does damage for the most part. Maybe Zamez will correct me, in which case I'll apply it afterwards like it's fucking barbed wire. But yeah, I think that will entangle the swarm. You watch as the actual wood of the crenellations springs back to life, like erupting in these long reaching branches that coil their way around the birds. And where the crenellations have sprung new life, it's also sprung sap. So the birds get stuck to the sap-coated wood, like an old school like bird trap.
Mm-hmm.
Any other actions this turn?
I will ready another arrow just in case. That's about it, I think.
Time for the potato boys.
Potato boy.
Words seem to echo through. They don't seem to belong to anyone, except there's a certain familiarity to them. And it seems to echo in the scraping of the metal chair across the floor as the Spudkin drags it. Words are, action alone will guarantee your contract. As the Spudkin will walk out, grab Victorious by the scruff and move him to one side. And he'll face down the forest fiend. Now having taken control of the grapple and crushing the disembodied entrails of the other Spudkin. Still dreadful, but target's large enough and uses mech rules, so that still hits. Okay, let me write this down. I was informed this is the amount of damage it should do. Those of you of a weaker disposition or with a dodgy browser may wish to really gird yourselves.
Jesus Christ. Excuse me? What? 3,000. Oh.
As the
It's fucking atomized.
As the chair strikes home, it is as if the sky is blackened with a rain of steel chairs for a split second, like you're watching the confluence of every swing of a steel chair into a person's head. This fiend that has been conjured here by happenstance, formed through from carcasses and tree boughs and antler, is struck simultaneously with every chair shot to the head in history. What follows is a ripped to pieces, molecule by molecule, atom by atom, steel chair by steel chair, until all that remains is a scorch mark in the ground, a 3/4 circle in red, with a power symbol in the middle. The sheer concussion of that blow rocks the entire settlement. There's not even a smell. In fact, odor within about 30 feet of him just ceases to exist. Because the molecules in the air themselves have been crushed down. Everything has been smashed into the floor.
Oh, shit.
The little creature, nothing more than a fleshy, tuberous simulacrum of what an orc should be, kind of looks down at his newfound power, seemingly in awe or fear of what just occurred. Neri. Comrade's attacking you. Didn't you have an effect where you thought that at some point Comrade would do this?
Not in my list here, no. I was just reading the whole thing.
Someone does. I remember vividly someone has the you think he's up to no good thing.
It's not me, because I just read through my entire...
I think it must be Eris then.
Massive list.
What?
Do you recall at one point you had like a D10,000 roll where it was like you think that Comrade's a cannibal and wants to eat the party?
Oh, yeah.
Because he is. And he does.
I mean...
Look, I don't want to mess with Comrade. He's fucking insanely powerful. So I just want to use my Aura of Calm immediately, see if that has any effect.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be on everybody, but that's okay.
Could Comrade give me another save, please? Another fort save, please.
Is it fort? Yeah. Hang on.
It's fort save because it's allowing him to re-implement it gives him a second save.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he rolled like shit again. And can you roll me a will save, please?
Again, it's 17.
Don't forget you add your charisma to these saves. Paladins get charisma mod to every single
Or if he
save.
adds a charisma to his save, then yeah, it's fucked. Or I can't do anything.
Yeah, Comrade's saves are hideously high, I think.
Yeah. What's your, Comrade, what's your charisma modifier?
Charisma? 4.
Hey, he just beats me then.
Yep, 18. Yep, it does not give him bonus. It just means he doesn't get pacified. Fully, at least.
Okay. I don't want to do this. Look, we have a common enemy to fight. She's right here. Can't you remember?
I should say, remember, you're in a mist. You can't see her.
Oh, but she is the mist. It's all
you
around
know she's
us.
in here somewhere.
There's a common enemy to fight. She is this mist. She's confusing you. She's making it so that we're fighting against each other, which is the last thing we should be doing, comrade. I will do a I could do diplomacy. Intimidate I'm better at, so trust me, it's either this, either we have to team up against her, or we're both going to die. And I don't want to have to fight you, but I will if I have to.
I'm assuming that because she's controlling me, that I'm not able to actually talk.
No, you can talk.
Oh. She's controlling me, you fucking dumbass.
Why? My character doesn't know this.
Well, now you do.
There we go. Oh. Okay. In which case I'll, is there anything else I can do then after I did the intimidate check? You know what? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I had to go
Maybe
to
run
this
away,
earlier.
dickhead.
Wait. I might have a good idea for this. Hang on. Sunder Veil. Would that work?
Yeah, look at that.
Magical
much
defenses
yourselves.
focused with. This is some sort of veil. I mean, look,
Or
I
veil,
think I
Sunder Veil is specifically for veil weaving.
veil weaving specifically. Okay, I can't. Oh, right, I can't extend that. Dang it.
Oh, you have a gander. I might be kind. I'm seeing looking at it now.
Veils of an Akasha user. Is that not what this is? Or something similar enough to it.
Wait, you have Stunning Fist?
Yeah.
You've had Stunning Fist this whole time, one of the most useful abilities in the game.
Yeah.
One that concusses people and makes them so they can't act.
I've been adding it to like every fucking thing that I've been doing.
That's gentle fit. That's gentle palm. That's different.
No, I don't have gentle palm in this game.
Gentle
It's stunning
touch, rather.
fist. I don't. No.
You get both.
I know I have both, but I'm saying I've been using stunning fist a lot of time too.
I think I used it once or twice. But I think it's just that my brain, I remember the gentle touch stuff because it's the extra damage. My brain doesn't remember the Stunning Fist uses.
Yeah, gentle touch is insane. Or both were, I think, really good.
Stunning,
but-
gentle touch is just a bunch of, I think there's a...
It's so I
bunch of
can
Akashic
do
damage.
damage without doing actual.
The Stunning
yeah.
Fist is just straight up, you don't get a turn next turn. But,
But it can't
Okay.
exactly attack the dust.
okay, you can use a Stunning Fist attempt to end one ongoing spell that's been cast on a creature or suppress the
You see
active.
what I'm talking about?
So you can use it. Yeah, you can use it for this.
Okay, that's what I thought. Stunning.
Yes, it's a
Sunder
spell
Veil.
check. Say 1d20 plus your guru level.
All right. I'm so glad that I wasn't that retarded. I thought I could, which is.
It's so good to be able to say retard again. Holy shit.
I know. Hey, there we go. Damn, let's go.
You reach out and you just, like, 1-inch punch, just smack him in the chest, and you, comrade, you can feel your body.
No, I was sundering her veil.
Yes, it's on him.
Okay, cool. All right.
You can feel your body return to your control as the blood untenses and flows normally, as opposed to pooling in your own muscles.
Good.
All right. I'll just give you a pat on the shoulder. You're right, mate. We gotta
I
feel a little bit back to
pretend that
normal.
I pretend that I'm gonna hit you with my hammer for a second.
Oh, I mean, we could pretend. I assume the psychic link is back established. We could pretend that
Yeah.
that we're still fighting to confuse her.
Well,
If you-
I'm sure that she would know that she's not in control anymore.
I'm not sure whether or not she would be.
True, you're not sure.
I'll just act scared. I'll just act scared and then be like, oh, whatever I tried to do didn't work.
No.
Oh
Well,
god.
I've got half a plan.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what to do about this dust that we're... bish.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm hoping to solve
Mm-hmm.
in a moment on my
Alright,
turn.
that's it for my turn then.
Comrade, your turn.
Alright, so I'd like to summon my swarm of rats and
Keep
get them
getting
to
you there.
sniff out this bitch and then bite her in the pussy.
Truly Soviet hours. So what's that adage? Show me a man and I'll show you his crime. Okay. One dose of the barrier treatment coming right up. Okay, I'm going to just repurpose the... Do I even have... Do I have a thing for your rat swarm? We don't have a rat swarm token, I don't think.
I can also turn into a swarm of rats, so we probably should.
I'm just going to use this brick.
I'll just use this brick. There you go. It kind of looks like a bunch of little rats all stuck together.
It works.
Like a rat king.
It's a rat brick in this case.
Rat brick.
Okay. We will seek her out. She is above 10... She is floating above you.
Yeah, they can do that thing like ants.
Ugh. Okay. In that case, she is floating...
Been training.
She's
I've been
floating
teaching
about
them how-
20 feet above you. It's just outside the rat's reach.
I'll leap to the top of the rats land. And I still won't be able to jump high enough from there, maybe. 10 feet.
That's simple for you.
Yeah, go on. I want to try and jump on my tiptoe onto the tip of the pile of rats and then use that to jump up one.
Oh, it's the Kung Fu
floor.
Hustle maneuver where he like does a fucking step up on the eagle.
Yeah, exactly like that, yeah. But on the tip of a tower of rats.
You just get to the top of the tower of the rats and just boot the very top rat in the
fuck's
face.
sake.
It's a... You draw the wrong thing, it's a dance check.
Uh-huh.
You want perform, not profession. You actually rolled quite well, you rolled a 12.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you are high enough up, you can actually swing on her.
Oh, yeah, so I'd like to do that then.
Roll away. Yeah, you get one attack though, because obviously you've got movement. Roll me a d10,000, please.
Oh no.
D10,000, D10,000.
Imagine if when I roll this, it comes out Oh yeah, it was almost 69. Yeah, imagine if
That
it's
would be
the sausage curse that I just fucking made up.
Could you roll me 2d10, please? Target will combust violently in 2d10 rounds.
Bruh.
This
Wait,
might
no?
be like one of the most aggressive ones on the list.
Well, no, you could just kill Comrade in 10 rounds.
Well, it just says you're bursting into
15
flames. I don't
rounds.
say necessarily kill him.
Oh, no, it said he'd explode.
He said he
That
would
combust.
violently
Combust.
combust.
Okay, combust. All right.
That said you are a vampire, and because of how Rotshirek is,
We'll
fire
keep
is
a,
bad news.
Nuclear vampire.
Keep
True.
some buckets of water around, I suppose. Not holy
Yes,
water.
because we're having a Karenkov energy flare up. Just throw another bucket of water on it, it'll be fine. Don't drop the control rods or nothing.
No. Of course not. But drop
Unfortunately,
liquid
comrade.
mercury or whatever, you know? Oh, wait, no, that's not liquid mercury. Mercury's at a stable temperature. One of those things that's really, really cold.
Nitrogen.
Whatever. Sure, nitrogen. There you go.
Cold.
Okay, well, we had to think of something to drop into the reactor when it was going nuclear, like reactive, like fissile nuclear. So we've decided on literal liquid carbon dioxide, Magic Johnson's blood, ball bearings,
Yeah.
and whatever the stuff is at the bottom of the vending machine.
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Unfortunately for those involved, the stuff at the bottom of the vending machine was in fact White Mountain Dew. No survivors.
If it had have happened in America, they'd have probably tried bombing it, wouldn't they? Or shooting it or something.
No, 100%.
The
Gets-
reactor's
gets
gonna
pressed.
explode. Quick, someone nuke it.
I mean, what else are you supposed to do?
Local LGBT support branch. At least it wasn't a breeder reactor.
Yeah, let's get that breeder reactor.
That joke fell apart like a Chinese motorcycle. Jesus.
Yep.
How dare you?
So I see you in the chat. The sausage curse was just ridiculous enough to be believable. Yes, it was. It does sound like something this fucking chart would do. That's why it's imperative we not muddy the waters.
Yes.
Maybe I'll write my own one for the future.
Hey, I'd be more than happy to run a custom one made by yourself and other folk. I'll start a Google Doc and everyone can edit it.
There should be actually like a full like communist roleplay game. I think that'd be pretty funny and
Get technically
enjoyable.
Achtung.
Eh.
Yeah, that could be a good thing to do on a Kino night thing, innit? Like, to come up with 10,000. It's such a large number that it would be like, whatever. Like, there's no filters. Just everything gets included.
Right?
Wow, there's a lot of racial slurs in this chart. So, look at how I'm going to type in the N word and see how many results there are. 486 instances! And counting. From page
400
2.
of them are in one answer.
Exactly. It's just reads player must recite this verse, and it's just the nothing but the N word for 300 pages.
Yeah, to the 60s Batman theme.
No, to the Tokusatsu Spider-Man thing.
yeah. Hell yeah. Well, what now?
What now is you just stop fucking doom scrolling through Pinterest while you're meant to be gaming. I can hear
I
you.
wasn't Pinterest scrolling. I was looking at Twitter because I got a fucking
Unbelievable.
DM.
Such horrors that life has shown me.
Who else would look at Twitter? Gee.
Well, no, I just told it I got a DM and I checked it and I sent a very grotesque image to Bill.
I don't want to know what chats precipitate such images.
It was sickening. It was about consensual sex in the missionary position for the purpose of procreation.
As portrayed in like medieval
As
wood
portrayed in
prints.
medieval wood print art.
But with a blue background, which is like the height of opulence.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I said.
That's a lapis blue background. What the fuck? That is like legit a precious stone.
Look, it's related
Also
enough.
precious.
Okay. Anywho, speaking of, let's continue.
Okay, comrade gets.
Welcome back to Sperm Hour. Go on.
Oh dear. Okay, time for the various gribblies' turns. Okay. Now that comrade's blood's about to explode. Let's start with. Oh, hang on. I've been informed of an invasion. Do I have that artwork ready? I hope I do. I do! Okay, give me 1 second, folks. I need to dig out a something for invasion. Neri.
Yes. I'm afraid.
You should be.
Look
next to your character.
What is hot dog thing?
Dark spirit Todd Hot Dog has invaded.
I
Oh,
don't like that. Okay. Do I get a attack of opportunity on this? He just appeared next to me.
You may. Swing.
Yeah, I will. Okay. What are you doing?
Is he holding maracas?
Yes. Todd Hot Dog is 1/2 hot dog, 1/2 leopard, 1/2 mariachi band member.
Yeah, and I will use stunning
And a
fist. Since
luchador.
you brought that, I didn't want to bring it up. I will use stunning fist then on this. Which I'll give that to you in a second after the original hit, which will be this. Okay. The stunning fist will be 1d6 plus 17. So that's a 17 for the stunning fist. On that. Well, if it hits.
As he enters into the realm, trailing these cascading like tendrils of smoke, you swing for him. Are you going with the kick or a punch?
I'll be going with the kicks with the primal iron.
As you try and pump kick him, you just like basically flick your point of your foot upwards towards him. He lets go his maracas, and with one hand just slaps you right on the thigh.
Oh, well, actually, I think because of superior does it discount for my reflexes?
Superior reflexes just boost your reflex save.
Okay, well that will be a +1 AC versus attacks of opportunity. So
This is not technically it is, I guess.
it is though, isn't it?
Yes, technically speaking, because it's a parry.
Okay, so it's +1 to my AC.
Okay.
AC roll.
Yeah. What's your AC roll?
In this case, it'd be 28.
Okay. Confirms.
Really? Good lord.
Confirms a crit. As you try and kick him, he moves in against you. Maracas are tossed up slightly upwards with the smallest amount of effort, and in one swift motion, and an almighty crack like a shotgun blast. As his hand slaps you in the leg, in the worst, like just right on muscle, and gives you a dead leg.
Okay, as I fall down, I will cry out, "Kyle! There's a giant hot dog who's come to attack me!"
he will quick draw his razor scooter.
Oh, your ankle's gonna be fucked.
Say goodbye to your ankles.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad they got you? The nice people at home got you sabatons that give you bonus AC versus attacks to your ankles.
Yes. But are my ankles still fucked?
Well, no, he slapped you on the leg, on the thigh.
Okay. But I'm alright.
Imagine someone running, basically, imagine a grown-ass professional wrestler slapping you full force directly in like, the
But my
meatiest
legs
part.
aren't broken, is what I'm saying.
No, but they feel like they are.
Okay. I will.
Zama's in my DM's just
Kyle,
chanting death.
Kyle, please! I got attacked by a giant hot dog.
Eee! He looks at you, and as you make eye contact, you see them. The symbols in his eyes.
Eh?
That three-quarter circle with the green power symbol at the center. The red ring of death.
Oh, this is our ultimate
As-
fucking enemy.
As the handprint blossoms into a welt on your leg, it reads in keloid scarring, traitor.
Oh, have I... What? I have not done anything to betray Kyle.
Yes, that's the problem. You're looking into the eyes of a man in a hot dog costume with Red Rumbler's symbol as his pupils.
Okay. Dang. Well, not much I can
By
do.
the way, that hurt. That essentially brought you to your knees through your suit.
Yeah.
He catches the maracas while they touch the ground. And he gives them a little shake.
I wasn't able to do anything to him with those. Those rolls did nothing.
You did roll very well. But,
A 23?
I rolled him at 19.
Alright, yeah.
It's going to be, this is one of those ones like the DM just like lifts the screen and shows the dice where they are.
No, I don't give a fuck about that. Just like, I was like, damn, like that. Yeah.
But you
Man,
are fighting
Rude.
essentially an emissary of your deity.
Mm-hmm.
He's here
Is he an
for
emissary of my deity? It sounds like he's not.
ex-deity.
What? No, I've not. Excuse me, what?
You can follow Kyle's cult, or you can follow Red Rumbler's cult. Two mutually exclusive. Without special dispensation.
I don't understand why they can't. Listen, why they can't both get along is what I'm wondering.
Deities don't make a point of sharing.
Yeah, true. Okay. I'll cry out for Kyle then, still.
Roll me a D100.
Sure.
High is good in this case.
What?
You
Whoa.
put a space in.
Oh my gosh. I got really scared. And here we go.
There's a sacred number.
Mm-hmm.
Behind, as the storm above kind of coils in on itself, as being focused, as it's being leached into the ley lines, you notice that behind it, the stars are out,
Mm-hmm.
even though it should be daytime,
Mm.
and the sky is pitch black.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be their turn. Baz.
Okie dokie.
All right. Well, Baz will finish what he started, and I believe complete the sigil.
All the way.
All right. $24.
It's in like the same roll every time.
Dude, I keep rolling 24. It's
It's okay.
weird.
I'm just taking it as good luck at this point.
All right. At least he's consistent.
There is a sound in your that resounds in your skull like a deafening gong of a bell. a presence is here. 2, in fact. Those of you who are elsewhere from Han, who are from Han's character Baz, who are perhaps watching what's going on around, those of you who have watched creatures be dragged into the soil by these grasping small hands, now they pause and they reach skyward. As if beckoning.
I'll look up to see what they are beckoning.
You can see it now. The tear storm where it's lingered has spread into a great, almost like a upside down lake, coiled around the sky like a firmament. And reaching out from the firmament, its fingertips, then hands, or something akin to them. Long, reaching appendages, coiling down from the sky, like funnel clouds reaching toward the ocean. Like lightning coiling towards the earth. The hands, with abject silence, reach out. And as they move, they seem to trace figures in the sky, tracing lines of faces you once knew, as if glimpsed from the corners of your eyes. Baz, you can feel that welling within your own spirit is that gatekeeper here to help you, to keep things in check.
You mentioned...
However,
Yeah?
as the limbs reach down, they seem to retreat, lifting up, coiling about one another. As the alabaster limbs and digits coil together, the image of teeth, of eyes, of mouth, of nose, of bone and flesh. And before we have our big introduction, I think we'll leave it there for the week.
Ooh, leaving it on a cliffhanger.
Very well.
As usual.
Yes.
Unprecedented. Oh.
Just that, I think there's a nice like tableau to leave it on. Just a black sky from which are just reaching hundreds of completely like chalk white arms reaching towards the ground. Some as large as tree boughs, some larger, dwarfing everything around them. So I hope you folks at home have had a nice time, because next week we'll reconvene.
Yes.
As you will be facing down the biggest threat in the campaign.
It's here in a month. Hopefully it will be next week, not in a month. Well, I don't know actually though. Wait. Is next week? No, it's on the 5th. It's not on Halloween or anything. Okay, so we should be fine. We should be fine.
The 5th is Budalo night. It's Guy Fawkes night.
Oh, that's true. But if we're all
yeah,
okay...
the one day a year where we're allowed to celebrate terrorism.
True. Well, thank you all so much for stopping by. Afterwards, we will be hanging out in the chat for a little bit, I believe.
Yes, indeed.
As usual. And let's all go through, if anyone has anything they want to show. Mark?
Just free Palestine. Can we chill that?
Based?
I mean, if you want the juice to leave them alone, don't tell them it's free. We're late enough in the show, I can get away with that joke.
Based, I agree.
Expensive
Penny?
Palestine is what we really need.
Penny, Han, you guys got anything? Either
Mhm.
one of you want to promote? Obviously,
Nope,
hang on a
got
minute though,
nothing.
Bark. Do you want to just promote your channel? It is linked in the description. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, go and subscribe to my channel. But currently every subscriber I get, I lose 2 subscribers. So I'm stopping.
Do you want to
requesting
keep
people
communism at
to-
bay? Go subscribe now.
No. Check out Mark's channel. It is actually he does do very good.
I'm on there every now and then. Or once a
Penny,
blue moon.
Han, do either one of you have anything you'd like to promote?
Nope.
Nope.
I have a massive, giant 2-hour and 50-minute long video about video games that I am now actually kind of happy that my advertiser is being really slow and kicking their feet on before I can let it out, because every single day that goes on, this shit about Dragon Age Veilguard gets worse and worse, so that makes my video more and more prescient. In other words, I will make more money off of it. Now, the research won't change, but the interest in it will. So, that's, damn, I didn't mean to time it this way, but apparently I just got really lucky.
Serendipity.
Yeah, I suppose so. Oh, wowee.
It's a question, folks. Which, for those of you who are not beyond the act, what are your outfits for Halloween? It's coming up. It's this week.
My outfit for Halloween is
Nothing.
cooking.
It's a bit
Alright.
bold.
I'm gonna be dressed as
Not this time of year. You catch your death of cold. But
I'm gonna be dressed as a nightmare creature with sweatpants and a hoodie.
So your usual. Just don't crawl at me in the hallway again, please.
I mean,
Mark,
it would be
you,
pop for the course for the
well,
season.
Mark's the only person here who's got a kiddo. Are you guys doing anything fun for Halloween?
No, he doesn't eat sweets or chocolate or fruit or anything like that. Not because I'm a mean communist parent. He just doesn't like them.
No. I didn't like it when I was a kid either, so I mean...
you're
some
a
kids just
communist parent. You don't even get to do the dad tax joke. Oh my God, they really. God cut you a lean portion
don't-
on that one.
That was the portion my parents got cut. I hated sweets and sugary stuff when I was a kid, too. So...
You can't deny it,
You
man.
know.
It's dad jokes.
No, I'm
It's
just saying,
not
like,
right.
some kids just don't like sugary stuff. And it's based, there you go, like, you know.
Steal a random child's candy.
Don't steal a random child's candy. Okay, don't do that.
Are you sure it's really easy from what I'm told?
I have been told that it's easy. But,
That's
are we all-
propaganda that is from Big Anti-Baby.
from Big Adult.
Like, so just like this just in, stealing candy from baby, not as easy as once told. See Montgomery Burns reports.
Can you imagine a newsroom and it's all full of literal babies just... I mean, it's basically
CNN.
Kotaku or CNN, right?
Giant bomb cast these days.
Oh
Anything
my.
with pretty much all of modern day
Just
discourse
literal,
podcasts.
just toddlers, just... I mean,
I love how even on the outro we're getting sidetracked.
isn't
Yeah,
that
we got time
isn't
for
that
it.
terrible film,
Yeah.
Boss Baby? It's essentially that, isn't it?
Leave
I've not
That's-
seen it, so I don't know.
Neither
None of
have
us have
I.
seen it
No
clearly,
desire.
so
No
none of
one
us
wants
have any
to. Let's
idea.
just fuck it. Everyone go home. Everyone see me in general.
Right, everybody, we
You're
gotta
all-
go home.
Everyone
We're
All
going
your-
home.
Oh god, I need
Good
to
night.
Oblivious.
Cheers.
Bye.
Have a wonderful Halloween.